Hello, hello, hello to all of you colleagues. How are you doing? I hope that you are well. By means of introduction, my name is Refiloe Nyoni. We are still playing bingo. So this is part of the game that we're playing, Game for Our Mental Wellbeing. Make sure that you have your bingo board. Make sure that you are making your accountability partner accountable as we continue our sessions and continue in all the interactions that we're having. Today, we are talking about gratitude, and the specific element of gratitude that I have chosen for today is to really pay attention to us being grateful for us, right? I think that if we are honest, we have certain aspects of ourselves that we are not necessarily happy with. And so today we're going to learn how to step back from nitpicking at what we perceive to be our problem areas and rather find the time and the space to celebrate ourselves. The past few years have demanded so much from us. We have experienced challenging times. We've adapted to so many things, new ways of working, finding balance in our demanding lives, right? And so celebrating self is about a deliberate choice to actively participate in reflecting on the best of ourselves rather than what we perceive to be our problem areas. There's no need for a special occasion. You are the special occasion. Let's watch a quick video that opens us to this conversation.
I had a great realization, and why I dressed like I did and still do was that at 9 years old, with usually poor families, you always have a rich aunt. And I had this amazing rich aunt, Aunt Hazel. And I went round there to my lovely Aunt Hazel's house, and she had cabinets full of amazing objects. She had glass, china. And I said to her that day, I said to my aunt, when do you use all this stuff? And she said, on special occasions. You know what? A week later, she died. She died and never, ever used any of it. And it was the most saddest thing to me. And it was a realization that day at 9. I thought, right, we've got no money, we've got nothing. We have a great life because my dad was always entertaining and my mum made our clothes. But I had a Sunday best. And I thought, right, from now on, I'm going to wear my Sunday best every day. Because every day you can dress for a party and the party will come to you. So if you've got those fantastic gold shoes, the most beautiful dress, the most beautiful suit, wear it. If it gets torn or breaks or wears out, doesn't matter. You would have absolutely enjoyed it and it would be the best thing in life. And it is. And I dress for a party every day, and I truly have a party every day.
Today, as part of our gratitude challenge, we are turning our attention towards ourselves. It's about being grateful for who we are, the various traits that we have, the successes that we don't necessarily acknowledge. And according to an article that was written by Sharon Martin, I found this article on a website called Psych Central. She says that self-love, this is what it looks like. It means that you accept yourself fully, you treat yourself with kindness, with respect, you nurture your growth, your well-being. It encompasses not only how you treat yourself, but also the thoughts and feelings that you have about yourself. Now, when we conceptualize self-love, we can try to imagine what it would do for us, right? How we talk to ourselves, what we do for ourselves, how we feel about ourselves. When we love ourselves, we have an overall positive view of who we are. This doesn't mean that we feel positive about ourselves all the time. It is completely normal to feel disappointed, a little annoyed with ourselves, but still to love ourselves. So today's about an important call to action. It's about celebrating ourselves, and this is a topic that is very close to my heart because, as I said before, I think that if we are honest, we each have personal struggles and and some aspect of ourselves that we struggle with. We can spend so much time criticizing ourselves, and so often we do it without even noticing it because it's something that becomes natural. There's a wonderful quote by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn. We know him as a leader of modern mindfulness theory. We also know him as Professor Emeritus of Medicine at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. And in that quote, he connotes that a key aspect of mindfulness is paying attention in a particular way and to do so on purpose. So today we're going to pay attention to our purpose and our power and actively direct ourselves from poking and nitpicking at our flaws. So we're going to choose to actively participate in reflecting on the best of ourselves rather than the worst of ourselves. And for this practice, we're either going to grab a journal, something to write on, something to write with. You can use the notes section in your phone to do these reflections. You're also welcome to share it with us. So you can share that in the Q&A and we can plug into that gratitude together. How this is going to work is I am going to give you a few journaling prompts. I'm going to ask you to have a few considerations, ask you some questions about yourself, and you are going to write down the things that you appreciate and you adore about yourself as we point ourselves in that particular direction. Okay, so our first reflection point, here is my question for you. What is your favorite personality trait? What is something about yourself that you really, really find inspiration in, right? Something that you love about yourself. Perhaps it's a way that you show up. Perhaps it is your sense of loyalty, or maybe a sense of resilience. Let us for a moment reflect on your favorite personality trait. We're going to jot that down for 1 minute. We have about 30 seconds left to reflect on our favorite personality trait. All right, our next point of reflection. What are the things that you love the most about your body? Reflecting for the next minute on the things that you love, appreciate, and feel grateful for as it relates to your body. 1 minute for that. Thirty seconds to go as we reflect on what we love most about our bodies. Okay, our next point of reflection, we are going to point ourselves in the direction of gratitude as we consider what has been your greatest professional accomplishment in the past week. Feeling grateful for something that you have done professionally in the past week. Let's reflect on that. 30 seconds to go. Okay, let's move forward to our next point of reflection. And this time we are expressing gratitude for the greatest professional accomplishment that you've had in the past year. So the greatest, not professional, rather personal accomplishment. So we are reflecting on the greatest personal accomplishment you've had in the past year. So in the past year, what is something in your home space, in your private space that you have achieved that you feel gratitude for? Let's reflect on that. Thirty more seconds to reflect on your greatest personal accomplishment in the past year. All right, our final point of reflection. I'm going to ask you to write a list of all the things that you are proud of as it relates to you. So nothing external, everything internal. What are the things that you think about that make you proud of yourself and beam with joy at who you are and how you've overcome the new and ever changing landscapes of life? Let's reflect on that. 10 things that you are proud of yourself for. So colleagues, I conclude with an important a call to action, right? It can be so hard sometimes for us to remember the best about ourselves, but we have to try and we have to practice so that when we are expressing gratitude, we are not leaving ourselves behind. We must see our value and see our worth, whatever the occasion, whether big or small. Let's make a commitment to spend some time daily celebrating ourselves, plugging into the commitments that we've made and rewarding our resilience, right? So I conclude with an important call to action. Take the time to celebrate yourself. Every day we can take small moments just by placing our hands on our hearts, connecting with our heartbeat, thinking about our accomplishments, whether we consider these to be big or small, making a commitment to remember that self-love is an essential service for self, and you are the only service provider. We have daily victories that have have often gone unnoticed. So go ahead and give yourself that standing ovation. Speak kindly to yourself, light a candle, play the song, take a few breaths or a mindful walk, and meditate on your own accomplishments. We don't need a red carpet or fan club, but what we do need is a gift of our own admiration and the gift of our own attention. Tick it on your bingo board and go ahead, express gratitude for yourself. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you very, very soon.